Hello guys, welcome to my channel. Today in this video tutorial we are going to learn how to render tabs dynamically in our ASP.NET MVC application. In our development life we have lots of time render tabs statically, but in some scenarios we need to put these tabs dynamically according to the data that is receiving from the controller. And in one of my previous video I've also shown how to render dynamic collapsible, so you can check this video tutorial as well. So in this video we will render tab dynamically. So let's get back to the Visual Studio, and here is our Visual Studio, and I'm using Visual Studio 2015. So first of all I will create a new project. So I will select a new project option from here. Here we have different types of project options, so I will select ASP.NET web application and will name it dynamic tabs example. Okay guys, and now I will click on OK button. So here is the different templates provided by the Visual Studio. I will select the one MVC which is provided. So now I will click on OK button and let's wait for our project to be created. As you can see in the status bar, it is adding Bootstrap, jQuery and some other packages which is required to run the ASP.NET MVC project on the first run. So it is restoring some packages related to the MVC project, and it is sometime takes much time or sometime it gets sooner. It depends on the internet connection speed. It is still creating our project. So here is our brand new project has been created. It is the start page of the application. So now what I will do, I will first of all run this application and let's see it is working correctly or not. So I will press Ctrl F5 to run the application, and now it is started building our application. As you can see in the status bar, here is the build started, and let's wait for it to build completely. Now build has been completed, so it is loading in the browser. I'm using Chrome. You can use any of the browser that you want. I personally prefer Chrome. It is taking much time for the first run. I think it might be loaded for this time. Let's wait for it. Give it a 10 or 20 seconds. So now our project has been working correctly. Now I will go back to the Visual Studio, and from here I will open the views and home and index file. Here I will paste the tabs which we want to display on the application, and I've already copied it. You can find this code snippet from uh, W3 schools or Bootstrap sites, and it is not hard to find. So let's run the application again and let's see what we have got. So I will go back to the Chrome and let's refresh the page. As you can see, we have three different tabs and it displays the content according to the click of the tabs. So first of all I will add a line break here to better view. Now let's refresh it. As you can see, our tabs has been displayed which is static, but what I will do, I will generate this dynamically, and for this we will create a customer and will provide the customer list, and each customer will have different tabs. Let's go back to the Visual Studio, and here first of all, before moving to the dynamic tab display, we need to understand the concept here. As you can see here, we have a Ivor reference home, and similarly we have menu 1, menu 2. So what we need to do, we need to have the same ID of this href here, as you can see here. And as you can see also, first of the element of the list is active tab. So when we go back to the prompt, as you can see, when we first run this page load, it is active of the first tab. So let's go back to the Visual Studio. So we also need to active the tab which is render first number of time in the list. Okay, so now I will create a model in our model folder. So now add some model class, and we will use it as customer. You can choose any of the one. So I will provide this customer ID, and second will be customer name, and third one will be description. So this is the model which we will use in our application to pass the data and display the tabs for each customer. So let's populate this in our controller. So let's go back to the controller folder and open the home controller, and here we need to create a customer list. So the list equal to new list customer. Let's add the namespace. Okay, so here we will create some customers. Let's say customer 1 equal to new customer, and we'll provide some properties. Customer 1 dot customer ID equal to 1, customer 1 dot customer name equal to customer 1, and similarly the third property of the description equal to customer 1 description. Okay, so now I will copy paste this customer object 3 or 4 times to save time, and now I will change it to the customer 2, and let's copy it, replace it here as well, and the third one also, and we'll change the ID and change also the name and the description of the customer 2 description. And similarly we have the third customer as well. So I will copy customer 3, and this will be the customer 3, this one also, and this one as well, and we'll change the ID here as well. We'll provide the customer 3, and this is the customer 3 description. So now I will add this all 3 customers in the list which we have created or initialized earlier. So list dot add, now I will add customer 1, and then list dot add customer 2. Similarly we have the third customer as well, so it will be a customer 3. And now we have our customer list, and it has 3 different customers in the list which represent 3 different IDs and name and description. Okay guys, so now I will pass this list in the view. So now I will go back to the index view. As you can select the option from here, go to view, and here or at the top of the page we need to receive the model which we have passed from the home controller index view. Okay, so we are passing the list of the customer, so we need to receive the list of the customer here. So first of all we will type list, and which type of list we need to add the dynamic tabs example dot models, and in models we have customer model as well. So this is the list which we have received from the controller index action. And now as you can see we have two different things in the tabs. One is the header and second is the body. So we first of all need to render the dynamic header, and I'm not changing this example, so let's move it little bit down and let's add line break here as well, and let's copy it and add another line break. So what I will do, I will first of all look through the list of the customer. So I will use for each loop, you can use any other loop you prefer. And we have the var customer in customer list. So customer list we have the model, this model is represent this customer list. So now let's open and closing the bracket, and what I will do, I will copy this here, and this will be closed after the loop, and this is the section we need to render dynamically. So let's paste it here, and as you can see we need to provide this uniquely identifier, so it will be the add customer dot customer id, and here is provide the customer name. So add customer dot customer name. Okay, and as you can see we have the active tab on the first element of the list, and all others elements we do not have this active. So let's initialize a variable for this purpose. So I will initialize it integer counter equal to 0. Okay guys, so first of all we need to check if counter equals 0. Let's say it's named this counter header, and we'll replace it here. If counter header equals 0, then we have the first element in the list, so we need to pass the active as well. And if we do not have this counter 0, then we need to pass the list without active tab, and here I will increment the counter header as well. So similarly we need to replace the content of this list here as well and here as well. And let's run our project and let's see what we have got by pressing Ctrl F5. Let's see our header tabs header successfully generated or not. So as you can see, the customer 1, customer 2 and customer 3, we have 3 different tabs has been generated. Now start working on the body element. So let's go back to the Visual Studio. Similarly we have this element, so first of all we will copy this loop here as well, and I will remove this unnecessary code. So first of all we need this element in above of the loop, and this div will close after the loop. So this is the part that we need to render dynamically here. Okay guys, so first of all let's initialize another counter for body, counter body, because we want to active the first body of the element as well, and similarly counter body will be using plus plus here as well. Okay guys, so now as you can see here, we have different properties on the first element and different class on the other elements of the tabs body. So I will remove the third one. Let's focus on the first two. So if counter body equals 0, then we want to display this one, else we want to display this list element, because we want the active body element on the first. And similarly we will type the add customer dot customer ID here, and I will copy it and will paste it here. And second thing what we need to do is provide some heading here. So I will add customer name, and let's copy it and let's paste it here, and I will also paste the description. So this is the customer description, and this one I also copy and will paste it here. And I will now press Ctrl KD to reformat the code, and as you can see our code has been formatted. So now let's run our project and let's see what we have got. I'll press Ctrl F5 to load the project, and as you can see we have first element of the tab is active and display the content of the customer one. Now I will click on the customer 2. It is not showing the customer 2 element, so it is something representing the bug in the code. So let's have a look. So this is the basic idea of how to render the dynamic tabs. So let's go back to the Visual Studio and look around what we have done wrong in this. So here what I found, I think we have passed the customer ID here correctly, and oh, this is the problem, I am passing the customer name rather than customer ID. So I will change it to customer ID, and similarly we have passed it correctly here and here. So now I will save the changes and go back to the Chrome browser. So I will refresh it now. So now our page has been refreshed. So now when I will change the customer tabs, now it is representing the each tabs correctly and displaying the related data of the customer. So this is the dynamic way of rendering the tabs. So that's it for the video guys, and if you find this video helpful, kindly subscribe my channel and share this video among your colleagues and friends as well. So that's it for the video. I hope you find this video helpful. Thank you for watching. Have a great day.